With the introduction of Undead Match Arena, DLC weapons and Regulation Update 1.21, FromSoft made confident steps in the right direction, improving Dark Souls 3 PvP experience and spicing it up nicely. Today we discuss all those factors, outlining the reason why those changes are good and how it affects the game. Regulation Update 1.21 brought a number of huge Poise related changes to the game. For the sake of discussion, let's divide those into three categories. First, redesigning the Poise mechanic to allow proper trading. Second, expanding Hyper Armor window on Hyper Armor weapons. Third, introducing Hyper Armor to some non-Hyper Armor classes. A lot of people fail to understand what kind of adjustment FromSoft did make to Poise values. According to my tests, as of Regulation Update 1.21, Poise, as in the value in status screen, does not affect your Hyper Armor window. However, it allows you to tank certain attacks. Each attack in the game has Poise damage value, and each attack on Hyper Armor weapon has Poise health modifier that acts as a variable used to calculate whether your Poise value is enough to tank an incoming hit within the Hyper Armor window. So, the more Poise you have, the more attacks you can tank. I will link relevant Reddit thread with information regarding Poise in the comment section. So basically, Poise in Regulation Update was changed to allow you to consistently tank attacks in Dark Souls 3. Adjustments that were made to Hyper Armor window is what people think Poise is responsible for. However, those two are not really related. In Regulation Update 1.21, FromSoft did adjust Hyper Armor window on some Hyper Armor weapons. It is most noticeable when using greatswords. Before the update, the only Hyper Armor Grinder Greatsword was Hollow Slayer Greatsword and, well, its twin Drakeblood Greatsword. However, as of latest Regulation Update, all Greatswords have very similar low recovery quick poise, allowing you to trade easily without breaking form if you chain your attacks. Third important change is adding Hyper Armor to some of the weapon classes, mainly maces and axes. Those two are now extremely competitive. As of Regulation Update 1.21, regular mace is amazing. Not only has high AR at decent swing speed, it also gains Hyper Armor. I personally think that as of now, maces and axes are the best Hyper Armor weapons in the game. So how those three Poise related changes affect the game? Well, they do affect the game in a big way. Maces suddenly became useful. That's one more weapon class that can be competitive. Meta weapon pool has been expanded. Greatswords are now pretty good and can be tough to deal. Again, another class that has been made more viable and cool to play thanks to FromSoft and those simple changes. Dark Souls 3 did suffer from only certain few weapon classes being dominant in PvP, and all of those classes did play in the same way. However, thanks to those changes, we finally got something that we want. Something that we always wished for, sort of. And Poise, as of latest Regulation Update, promotes a very different playstyle compared to your usual backpedaling with Kartaskir's sword. So yeah, Poise weapons now are very competitive and spice the meta nicely. Hooray! Next up are DLC weapons. Most of DLC weapons are very unique. Valorheart, for example, is a very special sunflower that promotes trading. Saber is the king of turtling, and crowquills are very fun to use, and it has some interesting gimmicks. Dark Souls 3 did suffer from the all weapons within the same class play the same way kind of problem. However, those DLC weapons break the curse, since they play very differently compared to their neighbors. Again, even more variety, which is good. And for now, let's talk about Arena, probably the most important part. I was delusional enough to think that FromSoft will do separate balancing for Arena before all the information about it surfaced the internet. Well, FromSoft did not really do separate Arena balancing, but they went with something very smart and simple, and it just works as effectively. I did overlook it in a sense, but I guess it's fine, that's why I'm not a game developer. Instead of bothering with all the unnecessary double stats values and PvP balancing, FromSoft just did disable Ember on Arena. If you want to see my pre-release speculation regarding Arena balancing or near-release speculation about Ember and how I love it, check the description of this video for links. But yeah, with low health comes even more PvP variety. Lack of Ember effectively boosts all of the shitty Miracle, Sorcery and Pyro builds. If before you could shrug off Black Flame and just trade with your cancerous R1 spam weapon, now Black Flame can kill you in 2 hits. Crystal Soul Spear can one-shot you, and Homing Soul Masses can be incredibly painful to deal with. Not only that, Lack of Ember encourages gimmick builds. Healing Miracles are as relevant as they have ever been. Same goes for buffs. Thanks to 3-minute timer, Stall Wars are psychologically unattractive. To sum it up all together, you get a solid boost to what Dark Souls 3 is. It went from a game with a very narrow pool of viable weapons and stale meta, to a game where you can use shit build on Arena in isolated environment and have fun using more than one playstyle. It's still a bad game due to lack of proper stamina management, but at least now it's a fun bad game. I'm really excited for the future and I hope FromSoft will continue to update game in the similar way, creating more and more options for players. It'd be a real shame if they just go silent for the next couple of months after such a good chunk of content. Thank you guys and girls for watching. Let me know what you think about those changes in the comment section and whether you think they're good, bad, or what you expect in the future. And I will see you next time.